Okay, mount, escape, lesson number 2. Now we looked at before, you got to this position where your elbows are in and your legs are in and you've got good posture and good position here. So the top man, he'll do a few different types of things to you. We looked at what he would do if he were to grab you like this, right, before. But now somebody is like this and they're going to go to punch you. So if you were to try to reach up and grab my wrists, go ahead and reach up. You see how if he comes up here on your chest, now you're in a real bad situation because my angle and my leverage is much more powerful than yours on the bottom. And you lost your elbow position. So you're no longer hip to hip. So when you're on the bottom, reaching up is a no-no. You don't want to do that because you'll lose position here. You'll lose connection with the hip. So when you see a guy like this and he's here and you start to reach up to him to try to block his punches or something, it's not going to work. You're going to end up losing that battle. So from here I can punch you. But where would my hands have to be for me to not be able to punch you?
They'd have to be back more.
Well, if they're back more, I can still land shots. Watch this. Come on top of me. Almost. Okay. So I have my position here, right? Now you kind of just set it up without even knowing, but you have your hands where?
On the mat.
On the mat. Now keep your hands on the mat, but hit me in the face. Your hands came off the mat. Keep your hands on the mat and hit me in the face. You can't. So where would be one spot that I would want to get your hands to stop you from punching me? On the mat. Now watch. Get your posture like you're going to punch me in the face. Stop. See how I get your hands to the mat? Now, there isn't glue on the mats, right? There's not glue on the floor, so try to pull your hand up. It's easy to pull it up, right? And boom, you can hit the guy. So there's no glue here. It's not like when I bump you and I make your hands go on the mat. It's not like, oh, well, now he can't move his hands. Of course he's going to be able to move his hands, right? So you have an instant here. You have a situation where you have to capitalize on it. So get your weight up for a second. And this is what Jiu-Jitsu is about. A lot of it is about capitalizing on, feel like that, snap your fingers. These split-second situations. It's timing. It's recognizing little nuances and taking advantage of it. So now, start to rain down punches on my face. You see how that I'm in big trouble here. Just freeze. Right here. Now, like I said before, don't take your hands off the mat, but punch me in the face. I mean, you can't, right? Because it's a trick question. In other words, my hand's on the mat, I can't punch you. So you're looking for that, and then this. Getting control. That makes sense? So get your posture up again. I bridge. Here. Bring it in quick. You try it. So you're down. First thing first, you do correct. And sometimes when you're in here like this, it's, okay, so this wedge in, okay, fine. That works, and do that. But also there's the wedge in with this elbow, but there's also the utilization of the ground and your feet using the mat as leverage to almost scoot back. Wedge and scoot, exactly. So now we're more hip-to-hip connection, which is what you want. Good, stop right there. Now this is a drill that we'll do over and over and over again. Because you ask people, say, hey, you got that move? And they're like, oh yeah, I got it. But they don't have it. because you need to drill it 100 times, then 1,000 times. And by the time you do it 1,000 times, it should be in your nervous system. So, good. Freeze. You are anticipating, which is good. Now work on the timing of that a little bit better, because you don't want to reach too early before my hand hits the ground, because you might do a half-hearted bridge. I might go like this and then recover from it. So you don't want to go too early to grab the arm. But then the other thing is, you don't want to go too late, because if you bridge me, like go ahead and bridge me and then freeze. Keep your posture right. Okay, so bridge, freeze. Because I'm just going to go here and then boom. See what I mean? So you don't want to go too late on it either. So you want to really time it. Not too early, not too late. Good. Freeze. Or we'll restart. Yeah, so when you bridge, keep your elbows in. Give me a nice bridge all the way that way. And go. Excellent. What was I going to say? So when you make your bridge, you see how I'm leaning back too far? Don't bridge yet. Because I don't have the angle to really do anything with you. So I want you to think. Jiu-Jitsu is thinking, okay? It's not just this chaotic fight. Even though people watching it, it may look like chaos. It's not. It's the gentle art. It's the idea of being able to anticipate things and using your brain, your mind, your thinking through. So you look at the angle here. When I start to come over you, now look at this. You see how my angle changed? Look, I'm kind of giving it to you. And grab the arm. See it? Because bridge your hips here. Nothing. See how this is coming out? No. Nothing here. So what are you going to do? You're just going to kind of wait. This is an opportunity to wait when I'm like this. Now I start to make... Hold it tight, hold it tight. Very good. Trap the foot. Make a nice bridge. All right, lay down again. Go this way. Your foot that is not trapping has to kind of come in more the middle of your tailbone before you make your bridge. And remember, your bridge is all the way this way, and then you're going to bring the guy over. It's the same idea with the punch. What we did in the last lesson with the bridge, it's the same idea with the punch. I'm back here like this, just chill. Bring your knees up a little bit. See how your knees force me up? Now bring your legs down. See the angle, how I'm back? So you chill out, you conserve your energy, you think about the angles, you bring your knees up, go ahead, bring your feet up, walk your feet up. See how you change my angle? Because you're trying to connect my hip to your hip so you can create the leverage needed so you can use angles and leverage rather than your own power and your own strength. Who's stronger? Dad. Okay, so now you get a little bit. So now, good. Now stop right here. Holding the arm. Good. Good. You got my leg trapped. Excellent. Sag your knee a little tighter. Get this one, and now make a really good bridge. So it's kind of like one bridge. And there you go. Okay. Okay, so your legs are flat. Flatten your legs. Straighten your legs. Walk your knees up. Boom. Changes the angle a little bit. See that? You got a problem with this elbow. It's kind of like it keeps flying out there. Keep that bad boy in there. Okay? You bringing your knees up changes my angle from way back to up to here, and now you keeping your elbows in keeps my hip against your hip. Are you in a threat position right now?
Yeah.
Well, you're not. I mean, besides being mounted, that's bad news to begin with. But as far as my ability to strike you with knockout power, not yet. My ability to strike you with knockout power, stay right there, comes here. Now, watch this. Now I have a very, very dominant position. I'm going to really hurt you bad. So it almost makes sense to let the guy hang back, except Jiu-Jitsu, the person looking at it, to them it doesn't make sense. To the person in the fight, it doesn't make sense. Only someone that's training and understands the art do these things make sense. You're trying to bring me into a position of power to give me a false sense of confidence because I feel very confident here that I can hurt you. So you're bringing me into that false sense of confidence with your hips, right? Like, and then bang, see that? You set the trap for me. Don't let me pull it out. Good trap. And let me see your roll. Good. Lock almost ready. Use your knees. Good. Again. Waited a little bit too long, so you're looking. So bring your legs back down. Bring your knees up. Change the angle a bit. See that elbow? Keep that in there. And watch. Watch. As soon as I come over, give me a bridge. Good. That's the idea. Well, I think we're done lesson number 2. I hope everybody out in YouTube world and internet land, I hope you enjoyed it. This is my son Josiah. Are you going to be a specialist at this move? How are you going to? You can be a specialist if you do it not 100 times, but 1,000 times. All right, we'll see you on the next lesson. Thank you.